Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to play I Wanna Hold Your Hand by the Beatles on the ukulele. Now we're going to be working in the original key, G major, and if you'd like to follow along to a lead sheet, I included a link to that in the description. And hey, if you're able to find this video useful at all, I would encourage you to please subscribe. Now let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to start off by showing you all the fingerings for all the chords that we're going to be using in this song. So if you're a ukulele expert, feel free to skip ahead to this time. And also I included quick links to all the sections in the description below, so feel free to check that out if you're looking for a specific part you need help with. So all the chords that we're going to be going over today are C major, A minor, G major, D minor, E minor, and B major. So starting off with C major, all we're doing is placing our third finger on the third fret of the first string, and it sounds like this. Next up we have A minor, and all we're doing is placing our third finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and it sounds like this. Then there's G major, in which we place our second finger on the second fret of the first string, our third finger on the third fret of the second string, and our first finger on the second fret of the third string, and it sounds like this. Then there's D major, in which we place our third finger on the second fret of the second string, our second finger on the second fret of the third string, and our first finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and it sounds like this. Then there's D minor, in which we place our first finger on the first fret of the second string, our third finger on the second fret of the third string, and our second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and it sounds like this. Then there's E minor, in which we place our first finger on the second fret of the first string, our second finger on the third fret of the second string, and our third finger on the fourth fret of the third string, and it sounds like this. And finally, B major. Now, B major is actually a bar chord, and what I mean by this is that we're going to be placing our first finger on more than one string, and in this case, we're placing our first finger on the first and second string of the second fret, just like this. And then with our second finger, we place that on the third fret of the third string, and then we place our third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string, and it sounds like this. Now, if you find that a little uncomfortable or if it's a little hard to play, you can try this. Just place your first finger on all the strings of the second fret, and then with your second finger, place that on the third fret of the third string, and place your third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string. And it sounds exactly the same, but it might be a little bit easier for you to play. Alright, now the strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern is pretty simple. All we're doing is playing down, down, up, down, up. Let me do that again. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now we're going to be using that strumming pattern for the majority of the song, but whenever we get to a chorus, we're actually going to split it in half and only use that down, down, up. So it'll sound like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And now the chord progression. So starting off with the verse, we have G major, D major, E minor, and then B major. And that progression is played through 2 times every verse. So here's what it sounds like with the strumming pattern. And when we sing along, oh yeah, tell you something, I think you'll understand when I say that something, I wanna hold your hand. And now the progression for the chorus. It goes like this. C major, D major, G major, E minor, C, D, G, and then we repeat G. So here's how it sounds when we strum along. Now remember that we cut that strumming pattern in half and we're only playing that down, down, up. Here's how it goes. And yes, at the very end, since we're playing that G major chord twice, you can just play the normal strumming pattern that goes down, down, up, up, down, up. So here's how the chorus sounds when we sing along. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And following that, we play the verse and chorus exactly the same. And then from there is the bridge. So we're gonna play D minor, G, C, A minor, D minor, G, and C. And then we play D major 4 times with a little C major in between them, but it's only for a brief moment. So here's what it sounds like with the strumming pattern. D major, C, D, C, D, and then D one more time. So here's how the whole bridge section sounds all together. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide, I can hide, I can hide. And then following that, we have another verse, chorus, bridge, all played exactly the same. And then to end the song, we have another verse and chorus. Now the verse is played exactly the same, but the chorus does something a little bit different. Notice how we play a B major chord instead of an E minor chord at the end of the phrase. And then there's also a little extension of the chorus just for that final I wanna hold your hand that goes C, D, C, C, and then we end it with a G major chord. So here's how that whole outro chorus goes all together. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. So now I would like to play the entire song for you so you can play along with me. Oh yeah, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Oh, please say to me, you let me be your man. And please say to me, you let me hold your hand. You let me hold your hand. You wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can't hide. I can't hide. I can't hide. Something I think you'll understand when I hear that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can't hide, I can't hide, I can't hide. Yeah, you got that something I think you'll understand when I hear that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your And that, my friends, is how to play I Wanna Hold Your Hand on the ukulele. Now, if you found this video helpful at all, I would encourage you to please subscribe as well as ring that bell, and please comment any other tutorials you'd like to see me do next, as well as comment if there's anything you need extra help with. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.